everybody. I'm so glad I get to share God's Word with you today. Today I've decided to share the story of Noah and the Ark from Genesis chapter 6 through 8. God saw that people were becoming more and more wicked, and this displeased him. But there was one good man who really loved God, and he obeyed God. His name was Noah. God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy the men and women that I've created. Every living animal will also die. I want you to make a wooden boat because I'm going to send a flood to cover the whole world. Only you and your family and the animals that are inside the boat will be safe. With the help of his 3 sons, Noah obeyed God and began to build an enormous boat called an ark. He followed the plans that God had given him for its construction precisely. When the ark was finished, God sent 2 of every kind of animal and bird, 1 male and 1 female, and they all went into the ark. As soon as the last animals were on board, God told Noah and his family to get in too. Then God himself shut the doors of the ark. Then it began to rain. Water poured down from the sky and from up under the earth's surface. Springs of water burst up. Soon the ark was floating free on the swirling waves that crashed against it. The waters kept rising and rising until even the tallest mountains were covered, and the last remaining animal and the people drowned. After several months, the rain stopped and the water began to go down. The ark drifted silently over the calm waters until finally it came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah sent out birds to see how much of the earth was free of flooding. When a dove returned with a fresh olive leaf in its beak, Noah knew the trees were growing again. Their voyage was over. Soon they could all leave the ark and explore the earth again. Now I'm going to show you some carpenter tools that were used to build the ark. More than 3,000 years ago, the Egyptians used tools like these, the adze and the chisel. Noah would have used an adze to hack the wood and plane the wood, make it smooth, and chisel and carve it into shape. This is a picture of an adze and a chisel. Boat building. In many parts of the world, boats are still built by hand using methods and tools that have hardly changed over thousands of years. The ark that Noah built was enormous. It is estimated that it was about as long as 2 jumbo jets and higher than a 5-story building. The framework was sealed with tar to make it watertight. A rainbow of promises. You must leave the ark now, God said to Noah and his family. Bring the animals too, as they must find new homes and raise their young. So Noah climbed down out of the ark with him and his family, and he immediately built an altar to thank God, an offering to God. Even though people will never change and will continue to behave wickedly, I will not destroy the world again this way, God said. From now on, until the end of time, I promise that the rhythm of nature will continue. There will be a time for sowing seeds and for reaping the harvest, and the hot summer will follow the cold winter as surely as the day follows the night. Then God told Noah and his family, make a fresh start. The whole world belongs to you. Use it wisely and enjoy its resources. Then God made a covenant with Noah and his children and all of the animals. I will never again send a flood to destroy the world. If ever it rains for a long time and you begin to worry, just keep looking up and remember, God put a sign for us in the sky. Remember God's promise when you see the rainbow. Wherever you see the colorful rainbow shining out in the middle of the dark rain clouds, remember my promise, God says. There are lots of covenants in the Bible. But this covenant that God made with Noah and his family, in which people, and a covenant is what people do when they make a promise. He made this covenant, and he has made a lot of covenants, but this was the very first covenant that God had made. The word that the Bible uses for rainbow also means war bow. This symbolizes God's lowering his bow to declare peace. Thank you so much for listening in. And I hope maybe I can share some more Bible stories with you again real soon.